Tēnā koutou katoa, nau mai anō ki Hunting Aotearoa. Hei tēnei wiki tātou waruwaru haere tahi me Dean Ball, ki roto i te takiwa o Aria, Ranginui pā tata ana ki te kuiti. He kai kuchi hipi tua o te awa Dean, ngā kau nui hoki ia ki te mahi aruaru. Amuri aki i tēnā, ka huri ati taku titiro ki te whakaāturanga o ngā Sika ki taupo, me tai a tina nātiu ki te hunga aruaru ka tika. Nō reira ki ari te mai, e hōtaka whakahihiko i te ngākau hei te haere. Te tonga mauru o Rotorua, mātou haere ai ki te kāinga pakupaku e ki ana koaria. Kua pōhiri au e te kai kuti hipi rongonui a Dean Ball. Ko te hea Dean. Tētahi o ngā kai whakaoho hipi pia. E kao, ko te ahua nei ko ia ke tērā.
G'day, Howie.
Let's get up going now.
Oh, you me?
Hey, I think you need a bit of a break.
Oh, good. Yes, let's go and
Have a bit of a break, eh?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
The old shearers, mate, and their mahi, they doing that old bloody hot shearing there. How long you been doing that?
Oh, too long, Howie. Too long. No, be a bit over 20 years now since I've first started shearing. Yeah, been a good way of life for me and my family. Yeah.
I bet you around the world too, I hear.
Oh yeah, been to some really good places. Met some really good people, made some good friends, and yeah.
What actually got you into the old shearing?
Oh, I had a brother-in-law that was in the shearing sheds, and he said, "Come along and press some wool." And after I'd done a year of pressing, I thought, well, this ain't for me. There's got to be an easier way to make some more money. So I decided to shear, and I decided that yeah, this is the life for me.
I understand you've got a few records, world records?
Just one that still holds just quietly with a few of us in the background, but yeah, just done a bit of shearing for our country overseas, you know, representing our country. So yeah, it's been a privilege to, you know.
I understand you do a bit of hunting guiding, mate, is it?
Yeah, I do actually, Howie. I've got a friend, Mark Bro, who owns Ranginui Hunting at the back of Aria, and we've actually got an American client coming down to take for a hunt, so are you keen to tag along and see what we can find?
Yeah, it would be an experience, eh?
Yeah, well, let's hope we get a good day for it. And yeah,
how do you fit your hunting in with your shearing?
If there's a will, there's a way, eh?
Yeah,
I think hunting's just like shearing. Once you get grease in your blood, you keep on doing it, and once you've started hunting, it stays with you forever, I think. Yeah.
Well, I envy you, mate, but I wouldn't want to replace you in there in that bloody shed. It's bloody hard yakka.
Well, if this program ever finishes, there's always a stand for you, Howie.
No, we don't actually shear our sheep back in Rotorua.
No? What do you do with them?
Send them to the barbars. Ka mutu ngā mahi katakata, ka aro atu te titiro ki Ranginui. Ki reira, tū taki tahi mātou ko te hunga aruaru.
Howie, this is Mark Bro.
G'day, mate.
Hey, how you going, Howie?
Good to see you, mate.
Yep. Hey, Howie, this is Will Morgan.
Hey, Will.
He's
How
from
are you?
Tennessee in the States.
Good to meet you.
Tennessee.
Yep. He's come over to see what hunting's all about in New Zealand. Yep. We're going
Good to see you, mate. Good to have you here.
Good to be here.
And this is Neville here.
Hey, Nev.
Hey, mate.
Yep. Neville's the carrier. He carries all the pigs.
Yeah, I
And,
can tell by his big shoulders. I feel a
That's
bit at ease now.
yeah.
I understand there's a few pigs roaming around the hills around here.
Yeah. No, at times there is. Yep. No, it's good hunting. Yeah.
Dogs are ready, let's go for it, eh?
We're out of here.
Right.
Kei roto te pito whenua o Ranginui, i Te Rohe Potae. Koe nei tētahi o ngā takiwā whakamutanga I whakatauria e te Pākehā. Ki katoa tēnei wāhi i ngā kōrero hitori, he maha ngā tūmomo whenua, hei tirohanga mā mātou, engari, he aru poaka ke te kaupapa o tēnei rā. What's our plan, mate? You got us a plan?
There's a hard way and there's an easy way. Which one you want?
You're fitter than me.
We'll see in another few hours who's the fittest.
So you're going to go that way?
Yeah, I'm going to head down this way, cut around through the base of this basin, and you guys will head out this way. Hopefully pick something up from behind.
Oh, that sounds like a good plan, gentlemen.
Yeah.
You take the low road and I'll take the high road.
Yep, sounds good. Yep.
Choice, bro.
All right.
Sorry if I head off this way.
You go.
Change our luck.
Go with me.
Come with me, Will.
See a pig?
Yep. We got the easy way.
Pai ake pē I nā whai ake au I te huarahi ara. Been pumping the old hills for a couple of hours solid now. The old skin's leaking. The old bum's hanging out, but good news is it's all downhill from here. I hope. A muri ngā whakatairanga, tata mau ana e tahi o mātou e tatari ana. Ka hoki mai a Adam, me ona tohu mo tēnei wiki. I te rā tuarua, tau ana te pū kohu ki runga I āria. Ka haore au mo te piki hiwi nunui pērā I tō mātou inanahi. Ko Dean Moore rawa ko Mark Bro, etahi o ngā kai aru pai ake o tēnei rohe katoa. Kei rangi nui, te whare hei manaki I ngā maruhiri pēnei I a Will. Ki te whai aere pē ngā kuri I taha.
Good pig, because it's good going, you know.
Ara ia! Kei konika ki te tino kino o te poaka. Aue, ia tūpato kuri mā. Ko te mau I te poaka nake te mahi ki te toe.
You can reach under the stick to your Howie. Where your feet. Watch your feet. Get out of there, look.
Kao, he tanga noi hoi tetahi koatu mai I roti taku pūtu taku mahi.
Go on, man. Don't be a chicken. Get in there.
Good defense. All you need to do is just slide down quietly behind them. Here you go.
Tēnā whai haere te poaka e hoa mā. Ka tata no tātou ki te poaka, ka wepua huki a Neville.
Yeah, I got him. Get up. I got him, Ned. I got him.
Really? Hey, stick your knee on him, Howie, so he can't jump around.
Hold that front leg from Howie.
Hey, Will,
Yes.
you go around this thing. You go around this way. Go around.
Quick break. Come around here.
Right here?
No, come around here. Get up, Boots. Come right around where I am.
Beat up,
Get up.
See
Okay,
that
Will.
sticker?
Hang on, Will. See this here?
Yeah.
This is where you want to travel to. Not this way, not that way. Straight up into there. Right, there.
Don't stare with your
Just go like this. Hang on. Just place it there. And then put it in. Straight into the heart. See that? Good man. It was well worth staying on it. Okay.
What do you call it when you break your maiden with a pig?
Oh, you're going to put blood all over you.
Oh, good.
You got to carry it out.
That's enough.
That's enough, Boots. Good boy. Good boys. Good boy, Boots. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Thank you.
Don't thank me, thank these fellas here.
Good boy.
Stars and stripes, mate. One for the Yankees.
Well done. Couldn't have done it without you.
Go on, mate.
Wouldn't want to do it without you.
I don't think we would have done it without the dogs and the old locals here. Hey, almost had me run over a bloody tree. Good hunting, mate.
Very good, eh? Couldn't ask for a better ending, eh? Good pig. Good people to hunt with.
What's it like? I suppose it's an advantage when you get someone like Nev scoping out the place a few days before, eh?
Oh, for sure, you got to do your homework if you want to, bring home the pork, really.
So you shear it, you're a guide. Let's have a look at your surgeon.
Oh, that's
surgeon
pretty good
skills
too.
here, mate. Come on in.
Use the practice.
Nice fat bull, eh, bro?
Yeah, it's in good nick actually. Yeah.
Close to 100 pound.
Yep, I'd say so. It'd be it'd just touch that 100, I'd say.
Down for the honey.
Yeah, this will hang up nicely in the chiller for a day or two, and then skin it or either singe it. Either way.
So how often you get the old tourists coming out to put them a honey?
Oh, look, it's sometimes it can be full on, and other times it can be really quiet. So, we just play it by ear, really.
I think that was his first pig too, isn't it?
Yep.
I think we better get him down there and christen him.
I think he should be carrying it out.
Oh, we got to christen him first. Where's Will? Come down here, Will. We got to blood you, mate.
I'll just give you a bit of war paint here. Will.
Ah,
One
thanks.
here,
Thanks.
one there.
Don't know Howie. Howie gets some, doesn't
Oh,
he?
I think Howie's done this before. If we do that, he'll look more like an Indian.
I'm way past my virgin date
Ah.
there, mate. Oh, well done, buddy. Well done again,
Thank
mate.
you. Thanks for your help. Bean was amazing.
Yeah.
Never done anything like that.
No, it's good fun, isn't it? Good, clean fun. No real harm done to the animal until you put it to sleep.
Yep.
Right one, right back.
That shoulders. That doesn't matter, does it?
The pig's going to enjoy it more than you at this stage. So just lean yourself forward, get some balance. Just find your way up there.
All the way up.
I'll see you at the top.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, say, can you see?
Turn to your left a bit, Will. Turn to your left.
Koe rata hua o ngā mahi aru ki āria nei. Ka pai, Will. Ka tai e koe te ki. Kua aru e koe ngā ngahere o Aotearoa. E te whānau, kua tai mai anō, kororo awhina. Adam, what you got in your bag of goodies here, mate?
I remember last week, Howie, we were stuck out in the bush. He had a broken leg. I had to scoot out and trying to get some rescue. Okay, what I have in my bag here is some useful items to help the rescue so much easier and so much quicker. Okay, here's a couple of items in here that'll help get those emergency services here a lot quicker. The first off is our emergency beacon, okay, or otherwise EPIRB. What we got here is we'll connect the aerial up on this EPIRB. We flick the cover open there, we push this button, okay, and this will transmit a signal to the right services, which will put them into action, knowing that someone is in dire need, okay, of emergency, and this will allow them to hone on the signal and get into a proximate area. We can use, in conjunction with that, interface that with a GPS, which will narrow down their search. Now these items here can cost you anywhere between $600 to $1,000. You can hire these out for as little as $5 a day, each day you're in the bush. Now, also what we've got here for $5 a day is another useful item, is the mountain radio service.
Okay, mate. How's that one work?
Okay, Howie, they come with an aerial system, which I've already set half of it up. If you could grab the other half of the aerial and send it off in that direction, we need to get up as high as we can to get the best reception. They will also work on the ground, but best if they're high up. So what we need to do is, we've got one We've got one part of the aerial set up out this way. We do grab the other aerial, we'll shoot you off that way.
Okay, grab the other aerial.
All right. Grab that, we'll set the other aerial up on the other side there.
Just tell me when, mate, just yell out.
All right. You need to run it right to the end, Howie. Yep, that'll do it. Right, you grab that, Howie. This is the other end of the aerial. Now it doesn't matter which end of these wires go into these jack points here, so very simple. Doesn't take a lot of brains. Slide this in this hole here.
Tighten them up.
Tighten them up. Slide that one and that one. Okay, now we're connected. Right, Howie, all we need to do is we'll turn that on, and this little button here will allow us to transmit and send messages to and from. They have monitoring stations, which in winter time operate at 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. in the summertime, where they'll give you an ongoing weather report, relay messages back to you if someone needs to get in a message to you in a hurry, or if you decide to change camp, go off into another area, you can let the right people know. Now, if you come into emergency, okay, they can put in motion the search and rescue and get to you in a hurry. Now, they are monitored throughout New Zealand, and there'll be someone be able to pick up your message anywhere in the country and relay that on to the right people.
Sounds good to me, mate.
Excellent. I mean, it's a small price to pay to save your life.
E te iwi, for only $5 a day, you can never be too safe. Koera te kōrero hawhina, tēnei wiki. Get a Big Mac combo on that one, mate.
You want to upsize that? You want a Coke?
Double cheese.
Double cheese. All right, mate. I'll just see.
A shake on the side.
Shake, all right.
Amuri ngā whakatairanga, ko haere tātou ki taupo, ki te rā whakataitai Sika, hoko hoko tapu tapu hoki. He te iwi, kua tae mai a hunting Aotearoa ki taupo nui a tia. 2007 Sika competition and outdoor trade show. Te kaupapa o te rānei. Nā reira e hoa mā, mā taki taki tonu mai. Kei konei ngā ahua tangaka tō te ao aruaru, kei raro i tēnei tuanui. Ko te mutunga kē mai o te pai tēnei mo te hunga aruaru. Ko tēnei o ngā ruma, ko te ruma whakaatu upoko praihe. Here we've caught up with one of the hunters here, and he claims to have got his head from Gisborne. Ooh, bit suspect, mate. Shane, tell us about your head you brought in.
Just the goat head that I got. Me and a friend of mine got up in Gisborne. We were up in the forestry up there. Yeah, we do a lot of culling up there for the forestry guys. And he was on one corner of this ridge, and I was on the other. And he yells out, there was a goat coming over, and we both have a look, and yeah, there was this good goat running around the side of the hill. So we dropped him. That was the head I just brought in today. Yeah.
And is it an annual thing for you? You normally bring heads in? A weekly thing, is it?
Yeah, well, I'm with hunting and fishing New Zealand. I own part of a shop in Gisborne, so I'm always out there product testing all the rifles and the ammo and everything. So yeah, it's a weekly job for me. I love it.
Me pia here te inea ngā kai whakawā i ngā upoko.
They all come here and they're scored on a scoring system called Douglas score, and they're rated on that score.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and we score all the heads, and anything that goes in the record book is photographed. All the different heads have Douglas score thresholds for the record book. Okay, and a lot of these heads will exceed that, which means that they're pretty good heads. Yeah.
And how can you tell whether they've been caught in that year, in that space of time in the competition?
We've got to take the word of the person entering,
Is that right?
that they've taken it within that time.
I haven't seen a dishonest looking face yet since I've been.
Bound to be a few around here, but no, they're pretty good. Each head, after it's been scored, we actually drill a hole in the back of it, so that head can't come in again next year. We'll see that hole that we've drilled in it.
So you can't polyfill the hole?
No. Oh, you probably could, yes. But you may be able to see that, yes. Hopefully no one's going to cheat the system.
And over the years, have you seen the numbers decline or increase?
No, the actual standard of the trophies has actually increased a heck of a lot in the last 10 years. But I think this is the 13th year of the Sika competition. And in the last, say, 5 to 8 years, you've got to have a head scoring over 200 on the Douglas score for the Sika to actually win that part of the competition. And prior to that, a 180 type head would have won it. but now a 180 head would probably only get about 10th.
Is that right?
That's right, yep.
And you're a hunter yourself?
Yes. Yep.
You got any trophy heads here yourself?
No, I haven't, no.
I wouldn't be fair anyway. The head judge won the competition.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, mate, and all the
Thank
best
you.
for your show.
No problem, thank you.
Left beam, measurement around the antler at the narrowest point, and it would be 3 inches and 6/8, 3 and 6.
What you doing there, man?
I'm measuring the length of the antler. Part of the Douglas score system is that you measure the length, you measure the width, and you measure the number of tines. And you add them all together and you get a score, and that's what's called the Douglas score. And the Douglas score rewards symmetry, but it penalises abnormality. So in this instance, if you're measuring this tray tine here and that tray tine there, this one would be measured and scored and counted. That one wouldn't, because you always double the shorter of any tine or any antler. All right, so that there, that's the longer tine, and that's the shorter tine. You would double the shorter one. You always double the shorter tines
To get the score.
to get the score. So if you have a head that's very symmetrical, it'll score well. If you have a head that has tines that are broken off or whatever, it won't score very well, because you always count the broken tines or the shorter tines.
Well, I've just learned something, because we usually call them points, but the proper term for them is time.
That's the correct terminology is a tine, yes, but you can call it what you like. I tell you what, if you fall on it, you know it's a bloody point, don't you?
Well, it's about time they changed it.
It is, mate.
Ka hoki anō ki te muro te ahi, whakatō pū mai te hunga aruaru mai ngā tōpito e whao te motu, hei rawa ke i ngā taonga nei.
So there you go, my friend. It's a Blaser LRS 2, which is a long-range sporter. It's in a 308 caliber. It's a 5-round magazine, but it has a straight pull bolt on it. So rather than having to lift the bolt up to bring it back, straight forward, straight back again. So it's the quickest bolt action in the world.
Hau ngā tu i ngā pūnunui, kei konei anō e tahi e hoko ane i o rātou ake mahi aruaru o tā wahi. A kena pēa mātou, ka hunting Awhirika te rātou. Well, we're talking to Alan Foote. Now, nothing's gone afoot, but his name's Alan Foote. Kia ora, Alan. What the hell's that thing you got in your hand there, mate?
It's an electronic Sika air caller.
Electronic?
And, it's a first. First for New Zealand. Not available anywhere else in the world either. Now here is one of them, the single call, which is the one most effective. Now this is it.
Is that a Sika deer?
It's a Sika deer, but this is our recordings. For safety reasons, we decided not to use the authentic Sika sound. We would like the public out there to distinguish the difference between human recordings and the Sika recordings.
Kua rango nā hia ki tea te pūtangitangi i riko ata. Anei e tahi karanga tūturu. Awa e tahi karanga tai tamariki, ka hore anō kia pakeke ake. Arā nō tētahi, i whakamātaku i hau. He karanga anō, i āhua rite ki te tangata e taka ana mai i runga pare. He pāreka, he rehia noi ho, koe i rā te mea nui. Aue, kua ki te au i te tahi āku hoa. Ia o whakaaro mō ngā tapu o kanai.
Te āhua rereke, nā mea nei. Nō te mea i te kaina o Ruotoki. E tahi kaku e mau ana ko nā swani me kampūtu.
Peo whakaaro me ngā pū me ngā nai he tino flash hoki me.
Tino rawa ke. Ki te pirani e hau ki te hoko i nā mea nei. Engari, te utu o nā mea.
E moi a noi ho e rā taonga tākoro. Nē hoa mā.
It's been 15 years now the show's been going, and I remember the first show that was run down the back of the Spa Hotel in a tent. and we had about 4 or 5 displays for the whole weekend, and it was great. You know, the hunters brought in their heads, and maybe a good head to win on that competition was like 180 Douglas. Now nothing gets a look in over, unless it's over 200. So yeah, it's great and it's growing. It's getting more and more professional, more displays, and a lot of people through. Over 2,000 people through already today, and the guys are all happy.
Nō reira, kia matāre e hoa mā, he whakataitai Sika anō, ki te haere ki taupua te rātau. A tērā wiki, tātou haere ki te rohe o, ko te pūru! Ai, tūhoi nui tonu. Ki te aruaru tahi me ngā kai aruaru rongonui o te takiwā, a Richard White, rau ako inia kio. Where's mate?
Yeah.
Ed iwi for only $5. So what you got on your bag of goodies here, mate?
Well, Howie, remember last week, the starter game, I was getting rid of my small.
So what you got in the bag of your goodies here, mate?
With you, okay, we've got one set up, I'm floundering here, I'm going all over the place. So you can hire these from the Maiden Mountain.
He mea tau toko nā te manga.